Oh, what's that?
Where are you based in? What part of the world are you in?
I'm in East Coast Canada.
Oh, cool. Okay, because I heard it come a little differently on my end. So I wasn't sure if you're Canada or somewhere in Europe.
Oh
Very cool,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Pleasure
yeah.
to connect. I'm here. I'm sorry to be bothering you at 1:30 in the night.
Oh, no problem. I'm a night guy.
Okay, cool. So it works out to our advantage then. Well, first off, congrats on all the success that you guys are having. It's like, to me, it's just something very culturally, relevant that you guys created that started underground. It feels like, it's just becoming so mainstream at this point. Funny,
Yeah,
I had a couple of
yeah,
conversations with my little brother and his friends, and they all knew everything that I was talking about, and I thought I was, ahead of the curve.
yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
So how did this whole thing start? I would love to just hear a little bit about your story.
I'm just a little programmer boy, small town. And I just kind of tossed together a few little pals of mine to make this wacky little rhythm game. And it just kind of over time it grew and grew and grew, just a little very very quickly and very unexpectedly.
And how old are you? Because I mean, for me, I kind of grew up my childhood, with the Dance Revolution, and then obviously Guitar Hero, not too long after that. So this is like it brought me back to my childhood. I'm not too much older. I'm 26, but
Yeah, yeah.
just
I'm just like this 21 year old, little little
wow,
dunce.
that's awesome, man. Well, it's really impressive. I just wanted to, before we start, getting into business, just want to let you know, just based on coming across the video game and just hearing how different the soundtrack was. It was something that like I immediately switched over to. I had seen that the music had been put out by Kawaisprite. I actually, just in full transparency, I actually reached out to Kawhi. Haven't been able to have the best communication with him, so I thought it might be better to reach out to somebody on the team
Yeah, yeah. He's a
to
bit
figure things out.
elusive.
And that's why I'm definitely one. You were the next person I was able to find the information of, so I thought it'd be great for us to have this conversation. I think what we're doing over here at Capital, we're investing in culture. We're one of the most iconic record labels known to man. We were the home of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Nat King
Beatles.
Cole, the Bee Gees, the Beatles.
Beatles, yeah, my
I think
man.
to the present day today, we have Halsey, Sam Smith, Louis Capaldi. Just a pretty robust list of stars. And I came over here about 9, 10 months ago.
Yeah,
Sneak a
yeah.
big
Before COVID
fungus in the
hit,
conversation
and
somewhere.
it's just been really great. I was brought in by
Wait,
the
what's
now
that?
CEO of the company, Jeff
Big
Moore,
chungus.
came
Sneak
over
a big
from the
chungus in
Warner Atlantic
somewhere.
system. He's now running and overseeing all of Capital Music Group.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he's an incredible innovator, somebody who's one of the smartest people that I've ever worked for, and just somebody who champions creatives, artists, and innovators. So, for us, I just this is something that for me, just off of passion, but thought fit in our system, and I think we can really help grow and amplify what you guys are doing. I think how I'm looking at things. You guys have such a cult following and audience.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's
definitely
incredible
definitely
people
like
who
that.
love that
Like
page
Big
and kind of help
Chungus.
you guys amplify it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That all sounds very very fascinating. Yeah, very very intriguing to see what the possibilities are out there.
Yeah, totally. I think even to your point, like just knowing how this game, how it can grow and continue evolving over the course of years, and how I just think the soundtrack is such a pivotal piece to it. I think us having the opportunity to help on the creative side, help fund it, and help give you all of the resources that we have internally. It's like having an infrastructure of a company of 275 people who are pretty, skilled at all different, realms of the job, from digital marketing to lifestyle marketing to radio to video production to content creation
yeah,
to
yeah.
A&R. And I think the one
Wait,
thing
what's
people
saying
don't really
or
know is
wait?
that
What's A&R?
A&R is artist and repertoire, and that's
Oh,
kind of
okay,
more
thank
the
you.
creative side. Yeah, so that's where that's my position. Where we're it's about identifying, nurturing, and developing talent, and helping create the best product. But really, I think that starts with trusting the vision of the creators, and giving creative freedom in the sense of knowing that the music is what got you guys to this point. It's only our job to help pour gasoline on the fire and let you guys do what you do great.
Yeah, yeah.
And then even too from I think from a monetary perspective, our deals generally have three components to it. On the money side, it's an upfront advance money that goes towards you guys. It's a recording funding recording budget, and then it's a marketing fund, which funds all of the marketing spends and music videos. So we have three components where most of the money is kind of dispersed through. And I think would love to have introduce you guys to the CEO of the company and a few other A&Rs in the building who are very, very excited about what you guys have put together, and find a way where we can get turning wheels and find something that makes sense for everybody.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely sounds intriguing. Yeah, yeah. And there's definitely lots of opportunity in this I see, and I could definitely see it going far.
Definitely, I think I just remember for me how big soundtracks were to a lot of the video games that I played. Growing up, whether it was the Madden soundtrack, whether it was Grand Theft Auto, whether it was Guitar Hero, and just I think having a major label being able to help back that, really kind of give support, whether it be features, whether it be in production, whether it be giving the right resources on the playlisting side, on the digital side, helping and working in collaborations with partners on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and then some to even also doing some level of like Twitch and and
Yeah, that
well.
shit, yeah. Very cool. But what about Newgrounds? What is there anything we can do about Newgrounds?
Oh, totally. That was, I think, we look at everything from a full scope, and we attack any and every platform that makes, that really, helps your platform. Help
Yeah, yeah.
get a wider audience. I think you guys have done an incredible job with Newgrounds, kind of, making that almost like a home base.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the home base for this game. So we definitely wanna stay true to that, and keep the Newgrounds blood in us.
Oh, of course. I think that's the essence of it. I think that's where the foundation lies. I think it's only a matter of making sure we continue to enhance that, and really have be the hub and everything flow around that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. We can turn the wheels as quickly as possible. I'm also one of those people that I'm here to make the relationship, let you know that we're here. Myself as Nicholas Yangus, personally, and as a representative of Capitol Records, we're here to build a relationship to earn your trust and respect, and to show you that we're capable of really doing the best work with your baby. I think this is something that you guys really grew and developed, and it has such a personal attachment, I'm sure, to what you guys have done over the last year or so in development. Probably more than that, but
Well, the game actually only came out in about like November. The game's like super fast tracked onto.
Oh no! How long does it take you guys to develop everything?
We're about like 3-4 months into development so far. It's almost like a complete overnight success in that sense.
Oh wow! Huh. That's incredible. That's even more exciting than you guys. I thought this may have taken like 8 or 9 months prior to even release.
Yeah, we're just Newgrounds crazy, and Newgrounds MF's built different, my man.
that is really exciting, actually. Like that it's crazy, especially I think in the last 12 months how certain dedicated fan base so early on. You know, that's something that you can't force all that stuff. It has to happen organically and naturally.
Yeah. It's definitely the power of the internet.
What are some of the next future accomplishments or milestones that you guys are looking to accomplish with everything?
Really, we just keep it humble. Really, we're just looking at other games on Newgrounds, being like, okay, let's try to pass this one in views, and we're just kind of, we're just looking at little dummy little numbers like that, and being like, okay, let's pass this game in views. Let's pass. We're just little freaks like that.
That's great. I think I'm sure you guys have beat a lot of companies that you guys were aspiring to be at one point.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Yes.
And how did you and the team all connect? Was it everything done through like the computer and messaging, or have you guys linked up in person before?
It's all through Newgrounds, baby. All through just I make a game here and I see my man kawaisprite. He's making music and it's awesome. Like you've heard it's tasty music. And I was like, okay, I want to grab this guy for a video game I want to make. And then that's the situation of that's just Newgrounds where it's collaboration, baby. All over the internet, mind you. It's just like kawaisprite. He's out here in goddamn Washington D.C. and I'm out here East Coast Canada, and Phantom Arcade. Phantom Arcade. He's like out somewhere in the Middle East. I can't remember what country, but it's like completely worldwide.
That is that's so exciting. I guess it just shows. I mean, even too, just wanted to let you know, I started my job at Capitol Records working remote, and I have not yet stepped foot in the office. So it just goes to show you, we're a company of 275 people, how efficient you're able to really work, and also, how irrelevant now I think, actually being in one workplace really is.
Yeah, amen.
That's really cool. How long have you guys been really utilizing Newgrounds or been active on the platform?
Like 4 or 5 years each of us, except for kawaisprite.
Oh, wow.
He's a bit new to the scene. He's a bit new to the Newgrounds scene. He joined like a year ago or something like that.
Oh,
He's
really
fresh.
Cool. I think for me, even listening to his music, it's just really cool because it just for me. There's that combination or fusion of what I grew up on when I would go visit my family in Europe, when they would, play all of that, early, I think, 2000 house music. And then you kind of fuse that with, obviously, I think, like that hyper pop sound that's really working now.
That gives me the kawaisprite vibes, yeah.
Oh, man, I just want to go out after I listen to everything. It's really energetic. It gives you a feeling, and I think that's, makes you want to dance and get up. It's something that I think has kind of been lacking over the last 2 years. So
yeah, if DDR was made today,
that kind of has that worldly feel, but also too just culturally so relevant. I feel like the early adapters and the people who are help setting these trends. I think hyperpop is still something that's so new to a lot of people. When you're able to fuse a lot of these things together, I think just such forward-thinking stuff, and I just think it's only a matter of time before it continues to catch on to the wider masses.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, and I think that's what's quite exciting about this little video game for Night Funkin. It's very much, it's almost like nostalgic, but also forward-thinking in that sense.
Oh, exactly. I think even too, as time goes on, the music will. The times will catch up to the music.
Yeah. So there's it's there's a lot of potential, a lot of untapped little gems in what we can do with it that we haven't even thought about yet.
I think it's going. A lot of ideas will continue to be coming up as everything proceeds, just because of I think you guys have a great concept. I think whenever you look at any great company, whether it was Facebook or Amazon, they started off so niche. And
Yeah,
now
yeah,
look at
just
them.
humble little
So,
thing. Yeah.
so
Do you
oh, man,
do you know Tank Man?
sorry?
Do you know Tank Man? It's like a cartoon.
No, I have to check it out.
Oh yeah, the spoilers for the next we're one of the next levels. It's gonna be a funny little, you sing against Tank Man, and he's gonna be, and we're getting the funny little voices from our friend Jeff Johnny Utah, and it's gonna be a cool little level, and that one's gonna be tasty music. So there's definitely stuff like that. More Tank Man, I think.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I really, I'm inspired by what you guys are doing, and I think any way that we can find a way to formulate a partnership over here at Capital, I will go above and beyond to make sure that I can make that happen on my end.
Yeah.
I would love next steps, whatever you feel most comfortable with, but I'd love to connect you with Jeremy Wernick and Jeff Vaughn. Jeremy is the executive vice president of Capital Music Group, and Jeff is the CEO of Capital Music Group. So.
Oh yeah. How'd the game get in front of you? You mentioned that you're like, oh yeah, the CEO himself, and that's like, whoa. How'd it get in front of his eyes?
So I've been on the game for at least the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Listening to the music, even playing it a little bit myself, and my job is to identify talent right away. Let everybody on the team know. So I had sent it directly to Jeff, and we just thought it was something so futuristic and different. We were like, we need to get into this and continue diving into it. And it's one of those. Just with having difficulty locating you guys and having direct conversation, but it was something that for the last 3 weeks it's been a top priority for us to get in touch with you guys and try and find a way for us to collaborate.
Yeah.
So just
kawaisprite.
And let them know that we spoke.
Kawaisprite's quite elusive, like Frank Ocean. He hides away often.
Hey, I totally understand and respect it. That's how some people are. I didn't want to be overly persistent, but I just also wanted him to know that we were moving up with the passion and love of the music.
Yeah.
And that whenever he's ready to speak. But I felt like there was a chance that might not come, so I just wanted to obviously find a way to speak with you, but in full transparency, let you know that I've been trying to use him also.
Yeah. There's definitely been, and I think a part of that is he's a bit scared of these almost like big labels. It's like, you guys have been trying to get in contact with him, but there's been a few other of these big wacky little labels. Like I think you mentioned to me that like Atlantic Records was also like hunting him down, and it was like, I can almost see how it can be like overwhelming for him, where he just wants to like avoid it all.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't even want to I didn't want to push the envelope a little too much, but I also just wanted to show him that I'm here to support. And I understand. I think for anybody, people have preconceived notions about labels. I think.
That's another thing.
I've been at all 3 major record labels. And I could just say my time over here at Capitol has been incredible just because of the transparency that we have with our artists, but also too just how we function as a company, knowing that we have a CEO who truly believes in letting our artists put out whatever music they want to put out. Having somebody who believes in their vision and is not trying to change what they do, but we're just trying to follow their lead, give our support and advice when we think if that goes. If they choose to accept it, great. If not, we can learn and have some mistakes together, or we can have some great success stories regardless. So it's one of those where on our end, this is just something that we came across. We were super passionate about. We wanted to try and find a way to get involved in it at whatever capacity, and to just show how we can help and amplify things. I'm just happy that we were able to get in contact. I totally understand, from where his end comes. Even too, for something to be such a quick overnight success, it's a lot to absorb all that. It's a lot to take it all in. The success, people coming at, reaching out to you, people trying to find ways to work with you, people becoming fans of you overnight. It's just a lot. So totally understand where he's coming from.
Yeah. Many messages and many people shouting at us. Whether it's business or whether it's fans and whether it's people telling us to fix something. It's always something. Always someone trying to shout at us.
Hey,
That's just showbiz, baby.
Just monitor, be able to filter out all the bullshit and
yeah, amen.
The real stuff.
Yeah, amen.
Oh man, Cameron, what are you doing for the rest of the evening?
I'm just hanging out. I'm probably just playing some video games. Taking care of a little bit of business, taking care of some programming and organizing this wacky little video game of mine. What you up to?
Awesome. Honestly, I was just laying in bed watching some TV.
Oh yeah, what you watching, man? What you watching?
I'm wired now. I think I might go for a run or something.
Yeah, some very, very exciting.
What video games do you play outside of FNF?
Have you heard of Honey Pop?
No.
Oh, it's this.
I actually have heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
Yeah, it's this little. It's like a match 3 kind of puzzle game, and it's like it's like what's it called? What's Bejeweled or whatever, but it's like the match 3 mechanics are like very like in depth, and it's like and then there's like this storyline. It's very like engaging, and there's like all these different paths, and like it's got this funny little dialogue and all that, and speaking of music, the music in that one is also tasty music in that game too.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta definitely dissect that. I've actually seen a couple of ads of it now that you say that.
Oh yeah, probably. It's been it's all over the place. The new one just came out today, so I've just been playing that good old Honey Pop.
I'm gonna make. And that's computer, or is that an app game?
That's computer. Just a brand new fresh game. Been waiting on it for a while. Waiting on it for a good little while, and that's what I've been playing all day. Just hanging out.
I'm gonna make sure I give it a try tonight.
Yeah. It's definitely worth the play. Definitely good.
Well, man, it was a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to hop on the phone. Really, like I said, I'm really inspired by what you guys are doing. I think anybody who wakes up one day and says, "Fuck it, I'm going to create a video game," and try and do something so different and innovative is just, that's part of the reason why I love being in this business and being in the, entertainment business, just being around creatives in general. Because,
damn right. Yeah.
Brilliance like this, man.
Yeah. It's definitely just at the end of the day, it's just me and my boys just having fun, making a little rhythm game, and people just happen to like it. So that's just the biz, just us boys hanging out.
Hey, that's the best way to spend your life, hanging with the boys.
Yeah.
With a couple beers in hand.
Yeah, true.
So weird.
What do you, on your end, what do you think would be the best step to proceed on my side? Do you want me to set something up with Jeff and Jeremy and yourself, where we can all, hop on a call?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll definitely be down to, see what those guys are up to. See what those little rascals.
Awesome, man. So would you want me to put you on an email thread with them, or just set it up for the time and let you know when it is?
You can hit me with the email thread.
Okay, I'll shoot me a text with your email, and I'll have that sent out probably sometime in the morning.
Yeah, sure. I got you, fella. I got you. Yeah, I'll definitely keep up with this and definitely see what the other fellas on the team think of this situation, this scenario.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll turn my wheels. Even would love to just even be able to put a proposal in your guys' face. You guys can just get an idea of what we're trying to do with you guys.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out from there. But just know, man, I'm your biggest supporter inside the building. We have a lot of people who love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it seems like it'd be a fun little time.
This would be something that I don't think any record label has done before, so it could be a really cool partnership and collaboration. I think.
Yeah. Record label and video game. Come on, when's that
really
been done?
different, right? That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. You have an open mind if you want to shoot me a call or text on anything.
Yeah, I got you. And your name?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It was a pleasure talking, chatting with you. Gonna hang out late at night with my.
Hell yeah, man.
Now.
Let me know, man. I'm down to do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, I got you. It's nice chatting. I'm gonna get back to my cool little honey pop. And that's it. That's
great,
it.
Man. Enjoy.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you so much, Will.
Yep, love you.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck did I just listen to? That was so. Yeah, I heard you talking about Honey Pop through Capitol Records. You just said you love him. Yeah, his favorite soundtracks were Madden, fucking GTA. Like, come on.
That's the podcast.